The Maya goddess Ixchel, like moon goddesses in many other cultures, was also a mother deity associated with pregnancy and childbirth. The natural phenomena over which she presided included waterfalls, rainstorms, and rainbows. She was also the goddess of all crafts, such as water. This is a little bit unusual. It shows the Maya goddess Ixchel, like moon goddesses in many other cultures, was also a mother deity associated with pregnancy and childbirth. The natural phenomena over which she presided included waterfalls, rainstorms, and rainbows. She was also the goddess of all crafts, such as watercolor painting and weaving, which she invented. But she wasn't exclusively nurturing. Her hair consisted of living serpents. She wore a skirt made of bones, and she had a legendary temper. Shak was a very important god to the Maya. He taught them farming secrets and oversaw growing and the harvest. Generally, he was associated with all forms of fertility. He was also in charge of wind, lightning, and rain, which was caused by his tears. He was in charge of preserving springs, wells, streams, cenotes, and other sources of water. Like the aspects over which he presided, he was considered benevolent and caring, but unpredictable. Physically, Shak was depicted as a reptile with hair tangled in unruly knots, and his colors were white, red, yellow, and black, representing north, east, south, and west. A depiction of Apuk, god of death and ruler of Mitnel, the ninth and most horrible level of the Maya version of hell. One thing Apuk enjoyed doing was dressing in putrefying flesh and visiting the surface to prey upon the living. According to legend, the only way to save yourself from him was to scream and yell like you were in unbearable agony. He'd assume you were already being tortured by one of his minions and leave you alone. How appropriate that his harbinger demon was a screech owl named Muon. Itzamna is the son of the Maya creator god Hunabku. He was the god of education, responsible for inventing writing and books. This made him an essential figure in the development of Maya culture. He was also god of agriculture and created farming. He even presided over doctors, healing people with the help of his red-hot hand. Usually, Itzamna took on a reptilian aspect, but he was also known as Kinichahau, a fire macaw, who was the patron of the number 4 and controlled drought and disease. This Maya god is very dark brown, almost black, with black-rimmed eyes and facial features that seem to be melting at their extremities. This can only be Exua. He's the patron god of the cacao bean, which accounts for his coloring. Also, because ancient Mesoamericans used those beans as currency, Exua became by extension a god of merchants and of trade. Interestingly, when he first appeared in the law, he was a god of conflict. Suicide was not considered forbidden by the Maya. In fact, it was considered an honorable alternative to living. Because of this, by committing suicide, you could bypass the underworld and go straight to paradise, where other noble deaths included the sacrificed, those who died in battle or childbirth, and those who died playing ball. The suicide's escort on the journey to paradise would be this goddess, Ishtab, also called Rope Woman. She was the goddess of suicides, especially those who hanged themselves and manifested as a rotting corpse hanging from a noose.
Obsidian blades, never dull. The gate's open. Now I'll just have to get over there.
This could be the way out. Obsidian blades, never dull. The gate's open. Now I'll just have to get over there. Find a way to climb that, or lower it somehow. arms are folded in.
Yes. Now for the other side. I think I might be able to climb this. If it's anywhere, I'll bet the champion's bow is in there. All right, let's get this bow back to Uchu.
I'm telling you, Uchu, I have never heard of anyone getting bitten by a prawn.
The Champion's Bow. The final piece to herald in the future of Paititi. And what of the Nahual? Did you face it?
I did. It's dead.
Tell me, what shape did it take?
It was a jaguar.
Ah, the most powerful of its forms. It must have seen you as a formidable foe.
Uchu, how long has this Noal been in the jungle?
As children, there were always stories to keep us from straying beyond the bounds of Paititi. But since Amaru took power, the Nahual has been more active.
You believe Amaru commands the Noal?
Yes, to keep his hands on our throats, but no longer. You have done a great thing for the future of Paititi, Lara. I would be honored if you would join us for the ceremony of kings.
The honor would be mine.
Here, I have something for you. This is from the armor Etzli's father, Sairi, wore. It is a symbol of your bravery. I would like you to have it.
Thank you, Uchu.
Uhumi lubaka hawe, tupayal tantesh, ajak kuntesh, lektumben kahbalila. Ek kamikesh yetel kima kolal, te ajau kimbesahila. Etzli, upalu nuratu yetel sairi, manen. Upayo kilach toxaje, chup yetel uyitzatil, achilankalavilov, chen shikintej. Beyo akusholale, yanu yantal tiketil, yetel yatzil. Leagnajalbatele, chup yetel umuka chilankalavilov. Chimpoltej beyo, tuyana cabe, anak kochil yetel tohil. Yetel teche, tankelem etzli, chupech yetel tumben kintzilov. Betabaj juntul pekan ajawil, tas sala bolal, tas yakunaj. Tiale lo makutal, apat katalak tujun, lechich olalilo. Tsawoli, yetel betu beital takahnalil. Ukahnalil paititi, yetel kimakolal, kintashik tesh etzli, upalil unuratu yetel sairi, atumbe nakawesh.
Thank you again for all you have done. Perhaps we'll share in the next adventure.
Hakan, bisutaba al techakatik tiaron lelo.
Ashakatun kaimbetej. Kashikenten, usebe lankileku shotol pulbilimpolten ojkajo.
Asipil tech, mausipil ulak maki.
Malikten mishbal yolal. Le, aron kambente lo. Mishbal kunuchulti, wamatu betik wabash maunaji.
Wakuyuchul wabashtie, chaska, matenukan antech waye.
Hakan?
Who are you?
I'm a wolf in sheep's clothing, remember?
Priest! I didn't recognize you out of costume. It's good to see you again, my friend.
You too. How's Kiara?
She still has a father, thanks to you.
If I remember correctly, it took both of us to get out of that cell. So how have you been?
I'm trying my best not to squander the second chance I was given, but I may not have a choice.
What's the trouble?
Aaron, one of the men who lives here, happens to work at the guard barracks in the upper city. I asked him to do some snooping around for me, but he hasn't returned.
You're afraid something's happened to him?
His sister is. She always worries for him, but she has a point. If I've put Aaron in danger, and the woman who runs this little halfway house in the garbage finds out, Kayara and I will be out on our ear.
I could check on Aram for you. If he's in some sort of trouble, maybe I can pull him out.
You do have a knack for it, I'll give you that. Do you still have that priest outfit of yours?
As it happens, I do.
Good. Aaron is a custodian at the guard barracks in the upper city. That outfit is going to get you through the door.
Damn it! The victims were offered to the gods. They left the cities and wandered the provinces until they were buried alive. Quite the grim welcoming committee. to find another way out. These traps are more complex than I could have imagined. Gonna have to climb out of here.